challenge team triangle. And the next team, all 3 agents. And then at the very end, we will have those who played in the event. And they will be typed on as well, even though they already finished their game.
Very nice. Take a right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I had a blast this week, and I hope you all did too. Yeah! That's really good to hear. I really like to see new faces, especially in the sport of curling and Bonspiel. That's what this event is all about. And so to all of you returning and all of you who brought a new team, thank you very much. Southern curling is in the center of my heart, and I hope it is yours too. But without further ado, let's get these games underway. To the Piper. To the Piper!
Extra end, right?
Yep. Rules are the same, timer is the same, extra end if the game ends in a tie. Good luck, good curling.
It's time, Trevor, it's time. Standing still too long, I got
Two hands. Good curling. You think I'm gonna dump those votes?
Well, hello. Welcome to the final draw of the over-under Bonspiel from Triangle Curling Club. My name's Derek Corbett, and I'm here with Sue Mitchell.
Good morning, everyone.
And we are going to bring you all the action here in the final draw.
Sheet B is our A event finals with Ian Alexander's rink out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, versus the Jackson rink out of Triangle here in Durham, North Carolina. Rule of the broadcast is if we say North Carolina, you are to take a drink of your favorite beverage, so you already need to take one.
It's noon now, so it's not orange juice anymore.
Correct. Murray is going for the repeat. He has a brand new team with him this year. Derek decided to listen to Bluegrass and leave Murray, allowing Murray's wife Kathy to join the rig.
Nice one, Gene.
Our YouTube channel is open and you're allowed to say hello to us. Good morning, Kate.
Nice shot.
All right, well, action is underway here in the first end.
No, actually, that time was slower than theirs. So would have
Ian Alexander from Philadelphia has the hammer. And Murray started off pins with what I would guess is probably an unintentional corner guard, which Ian is now looking to make use of. Pretty good setup right now for the hammer team. I really like to talk about the hammer team and the non-hammer team instead of like red and yellow. So if that's confusing, well, you can let me know. Would have liked that buried, but frozen is a second best option there. Murray is the king of aggressive curling. He is all about draws and guards and a lot of stones in the house, so it should be an entertaining game.
Murray's one of those skips you have to make all your shots against, or he will pull out the knife. And
he likes to score a lot of points, doesn't he?
yes.
He's not about the 2-1 win in 8 ends.
Yeah.
It could also be a vulnerability, though. That's where the freeze comes into play. That jam in the stone in the back of the forefoot.
Good morning, Nick.
That's a good break there for the Hammer team. Here he is on the in play now. Corner guard and stand back four. And there's a little bit of backing in the back of the 8-foot there. And it over till it's over, though.
Mark Reeves up for the Jackson rink. Mark's been curling for 4 years. Again, this is over-under Bonspiel, meaning 2 of your players must have less than 5 years of experience. All 4 of your players may have less than 5 years. We only say at least 2 must have less than 5.
Is Mary Jackson the other player that has less than 5? Less than 55, maybe.
I don't think, yeah. Murray says 48 years of curling experience. We'll go with that.
Wow. Been curling almost twice as long as I've been alive. Murray and Kathy Jackson.
Yeah, you'll hear Murray with the yep, woes. Murray grew up in Fort Francis, just across the border from Minnesota, Northern Ontario boy. This is Sean for the Alexander rink out of Philadelphia. He's just starting his 5th year, so this is his last year as an under for the over-under.
It rolled a little bit too far, not more than a little bit.
The Jackson rink is color coordinated today in green.
Does that have any particular significance?
I did not ask.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were red yesterday.
Oh, it must mean something then.
I don't know. I will have to ask.
It's a mystery.
So I learned yesterday Kathy is a part-time curler and part-time life coach.
Huh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I can see that, though.
I could see it, too. The guy from Bucks County announcing last night gave Kathy that title.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
Little after dark commentary.
She is not the last person I would go to for that if I had to talk to someone. She's really sweet. Good advice. And a great curler.
Yes.
I've played Vice against her many times.
Kathy has her draw weight dialed in, and that is not a good thing if you're curling against Kathy.
And she doesn't put much rotation on her stones, so they curl a ton. And I can never follow her stones. The amount of curls she gets, and Murray and Kathy know exactly what to do with that, and it can be deadly.
I've swept many of Kathy's stones. Yes, it's.
You got to curl. Speed. Yeah. Hard. Help me now. Help me now. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Yep. 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 Whoa. Yep. Yep. This way.
Beautiful shot here by Alexander's Vice.
Janine out of born in New Jersey, been curling for 7 years.
Somehow got to the nose of that shot there.
Yes, I've curled against her as well. She is a good curler.
Now Murray's in trouble. There's tons of backing back there. That red, you can chip it out, but it's not necessarily an easy shot. And if you tap it, I think red would still be shot if it went and jammed in the back yellow. So he's going for it.
Kathy's been curling for 32 years. She's from Englehart, Ontario. And as she likes to say, she married into curling. Some people marry for money. She married for curling. Her mom is watching. Hello to Kathy's mom up in Ontario. Glad you're doing well.
A bit of an overcurl there, but that guard was not helping Murray's team. So not a bad idea to move it. Now that red stone's exposed. Of course, there's a corner guard on the other side, which I'm sure Ian Alexander will try to capitalize on.
Ian's giving Janine good information about what he thinks the ice is going to do over there. He says it might be a tad bit slower because I haven't been on that side. It's good to communicate. You don't want to over-communicate. We are on one time clock for both teams.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah, keep coming. Keep coming.
It's really good skill to be able to follow different paths of the ice and keep track of where it may have sped up and where it maybe still is a little bit tight.
Looks like Janine is dialed in to draw weight as well this morning.
You'd expect after a whole event that the two event finalists would have a pretty good idea of draw weight.
Otherwise, they would not be here.
Otherwise, they would not, right?
Our ice was just put in a week ago. We're all getting used to a new curling season.
Our bodies are getting used to a new curling season.
I'm looking forward for having that opportunity again.
Yeah.
I'll take another season off and I'll be really sore next year.
That's very exciting.
Murray in the hack.
This is his first to skip rocks, right?
Correct.
Murray without hammer. Bet you he's playing a freeze.
Murray and Kathy both agree to sweep.
That's cutting hard.
Kathy really encouraging him. They're going to wick the guard, though. Murray wants the roll.
Popping that out.
Trying to open it up there. Get rid of some stones.
Again, you can leave us messages on chat on the YouTube page.
As long as they're positive.
Exactly. We'll feature, this is the A event game. We'll feature it as long as it stays a close game. And we'll give you look-ins to the other games and score updates as the end ends. We do want to show you as many front-end stones as possible of the A event game as well.
So I think it would be really advantageous for Alexander to be shot in the top of the 8-foot. The guard's scary here because if he does guard, it would leave a hole for Murray to play that same freeze. And I might bite my tongue, but Murray doesn't usually miss the same freeze twice.
No.
And if this is a guard and Murray makes that freeze, the end might switch fast. So I think it's not so bad to be in the 8-foot here. This looks like it's running a little bit more than the 8-foot though.
A little bit more.
Ouch.
All right, well, two misses in a row from the skips. A little bit of a break and then another little bit of a break. So we're back where we started again. I always like it when that happens in curling.
Yes.
When a miss is missed and then sort of like the world is realigning. I should rephrase that. I don't like it when it happens to my team. I like it when it happens for my team, but still.
You never cheer for a miss.
Right. And we always like a close game too, right?
Exactly.
No curling fan ever wishes for a tree banger in the first end.
Exactly.
Unless you're rooting for one of the other team, but. I think Murray will throw the hit here and just guarantee that he's giving up no more than 2.
Kathy, quick on the sweep call.
Seems to be a lot of curl here.
Yes.
He's got it. Can he roll buried though is the question. Just straight nose. Hit for 2 now.
Here's good too. So basically the drawing like back 4.
Ian saw right where Murray had the broom, puts it right back.
Yeah! 4!
It's quite a bit of house to roll to too. You don't have to hit right on nose for this shot.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Well, that's good.
Alexander with hammer. You always want to get that crooked number up there when you have hammer.
I like
Hang it
that.
a little.
I hadn't heard that before. The crooked as opposed to the straight number, for sure.
Yep. We're not over it. Okay.
Oh, it's hanging out there.
It is. He looked a little wide, but he has some roll space. If they sweep it, they can roll onto the yellows. Yeah, there it is. He got it.
Gets his 2. Bad Ian ahead 2-0 after the first end.
Lucky, but he probably knew he had that catcher over there, so
He'll take it.
he'll take it. That's for sure.
Sheet A is our C event final. We have Chris Allen throwing the red stones. You see Chris with the red curling stone hat going back down the ice. He's curling the Kim and Di Hicks ring. Kim and Di live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and their daughter Chelsea lives in Chicago, and her husband John is curling with them.
I think those two, the daughter and her husband, only curl at this event, right?
Yes, we were trying to figure out if they will ever age out,
How's the weight?
but they'll never curl 10 games a year, so they may never age
I'll
out.
never be an official year of curling. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very nice family.
Oh,
A lot of fun to play.
And Kim and Di have been curling for years, 64 plus years between the two of them. Saskatchewan folks, and they step on the ice like they haven't missed a day. Curling is alive and well in the South, especially North Carolina, and they're very fortunate that we have dedicated ice here in Durham, North Carolina, and in Charlotte as well. So they're able to Bonspiel a few times a year.
Yep, all the way.
We'll get back to our feature game in a moment.
This last rack here in sheet A, yes?
Yes. Kim is usually dialed into his draw weight.
This is a draw for 4, it looks like.
Yes.
All you gotta do is hit the coffee table. Brand new North Carolina brand name furniture.
Nice shot.
That's a drink, by the way. It's from North Carolina.
Furnish This is the company name. North Carolina is known for its furniture industry. And Kim pulled the string. They get their 3 though. Let's go back to our feature sheet.
Update on the other 2 sheets. We have 2 points, scored by yellow on
The Parker ring.
sheet C, which is Michael Parker, and on sheet D, red scored 1.
The Steve McKee rink out of Charlotte scored 1 in the first on sheet D over the Pring ring from Bucks County.
See, Sue should be doing the updates because she knows everybody far better than I do.
Derek's been listening to Bluegrass all weekend. I've been sitting in a chair all weekend.
Before I was too. In an amphitheater.
Yes.
Well, there wasn't enough dancing at that thing. There should have been more dancing.
It's a great weekend to come down to the Raleigh-Durham area.
It sure is.
The International Bluegrass Festival started on Tuesday with their award ceremony on Thursday night. So come next year for the over-under. Hear some banjos first, and then come out and curl.
Nothing's better than that. Nothing is better
Nothing
than
is
that.
better,
It's
except for
best.
the mandolin.
It's color commentary. I'm being made fun of for talking about banjos, but That's what color is.
You should see the looks we're getting from the warm room because we're talking bluegrass.
Looks hot.
Would you expect anything less from Sue and Derek? I think Abby said true to that.
We got a bit of a freeze game going on in the forefoot now. No guards, which is interesting.
Okay.
Ian's really thinking here.
Yep.
Ian's nickname is Bad Ian.
Can you explain that?
I'd have to have somebody from Bucks County explain it, but I guess there's multiple Ians.
Oh, okay. We have the same thing with Chris's here.
Yes.
Sweet.
And Andrews.
And Mark's with a C.
And Mark's with a C, that's right. Funny how that works.
Yes. There's only one Derek and one Sue, thankfully.
It's true.
My fault, John. Need more ice.
I like that weight for the tap, but it just overcurled a little bit.
Murray with the hand on the hip. You know when Murray's really thinking, his hand goes to his head and he starts scratching his hair. This is just a mild big toe to Murray.
This is a nice looking end here for Murray. He's got no guards in place, 2 in the house. I think he's trying to figure out how he can guarantee 2 and maybe even start thinking about generating more points if possible. He should be pretty comfortable with at least scoring because there's no guards.
Give me Frosty.
Yeah, Murray's one of those skips. Even though it's second stones, he's already thinking of his shot.
Still gotta come back a lot.
He's thinking multiple stones ahead.
As far over as it'll go.
I think it's back line, back line half, go to the half.
We're just talking about overcurling. Now this one's hanging.
Ouch.
Well,
Same
2
idea.
through the house.
Can you see that? Alright, let's hit it. A little better.
Sweet. Sweet. Same shot.
So, Kate says, I believe Bucks has an adequate Ian and a bad Ian. Those are 2 very great nicknames. I like that. Adequate and bad.
Sweet.
Bucks County is a great curling club. They just-
Absolutely.
Brand new, dedicated warm room facility. Beautiful. I've never been yet. I'm excited to go at some point and see it. But the photos, I've been keeping track of that online, and it's a beautiful facility.
They started curling on hockey ice just a handful of years ago and then kicked the hockey players off and curled dedicated and then raised enough money to turn the warm room area, build walls around it and make it warm as opposed to cold. They've done a great job.
Very nice shot by Mark Reeves. That makes the yellows jam directly onto that red. That angle is perfect there for Murray. I think it's somewhat unlikely that that back yellow will ever count, but Murray doesn't care about that.
You would ask the same weight, so we do the same.
Straight nose on that top yellow might actually make 2 yellows go. Yellow would still be shot, but there'd only be 1 yellow left. Doesn't look like that's what he's playing. Playing a takeout maybe on the shot stone.
Janine with the hand on the head. And you can tell by her body demeanor, she is not happy with that. She'd want that one back. But park it and move on to the next shot.
Those yellows are set up for a pretty easy double, right? I mean, no, there's no easy doubles, but those on that top yellow doubles, maybe triples right now. Murray would love to either guard that shot or jiggle him around to get rid of that shot. Calling to have Kathy draw to the top 12 right in front. That's the problem when you have hammers. Oftentimes your stones will get grouped, especially if you have more than 2 in the house. And when as soon as stones start getting grouped, then doubles and triples start coming into play. Even if you don't mean to throw them, if they're grouped enough, doubles and triples happen. So it can be a challenge to know where to put stones when you're drawing a 4th or 3rd, 4th into the house.
Gotta be ready, troops. Gotta be ready.
Man, I don't know as if there's a... the triple might still be there nosing. Lots of catchers in the back, too.
Yes.
So, makes anything that Ian tries to do here pretty difficult.
Janine's rock is off. Decent weight. She should move some granite.
Pretty big target of yellows there.
Yes.
There it comes. There it comes.
Question is, how many? 1, 2, and the triple jammed. Still, beautiful shot.
Kathy says, nice shot to Janine. We're a courteous sport. Always compliment your teammates and your opponents on a good shot. Well, most of the time.
No.
Derek's like, yeah, nah. This is a fun spiel. We congratulate each other.
Depends on how good.
Yes.
If it's spectacular, you gotta have to anyway.
At any level.
At any level, you gotta be like, that was a really nice shot. You really gotta get the outside of this red. You get the inside, you jam. To the outside, you don't jam, but you might roll out. So, tough shot here. Made it go away. Primary objective achieved.
Kathy seems pretty dialed in.
Where top 4? Which side?
We can hit it on this side. And
That was a tough hit and stay there without losing your own. So I think that was probably the best that could be done with that shot.
Lots of empty houses on the other 3 sheets. Looks like they're all trading hits. Shouldn't be any big ends scored on those sheets. We'll give you updates as soon as we can. You like it when your finals stay close.
For sure.
Want 4 good games here Sunday morning.
Close.
Look at the jams.
All right.
Oh, right through the hole. Nicely done.
Murray doesn't mess around. He's up to call his shot.
Yeah, just draw it. G-line. G-line. Slide back.
Most important thing here for Murray is not to leave doubles. So he's drawing to the far side of the house. Ideally get them nice and even.
Using that red one as a little bit of backing. Your enemy's stones are your friends.
They're in the back of the house. That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
It's worth a try, right? Yes. Whoa. Wait only, guys. Wait only.
Kathy telling him it has to move. Only sweep for weight.
Come on, yep, bring it back in.
It's heavy, you gotta play the backing.
Doesn't need to be buried. They're going for that one.
The sweeping to the backing.
I think they're going to miss both.
That's the danger of playing to the backing.
Kathy says, good try, Murph.
This is a scenario where the weight call from the front end is so important.
Yes, and with Mark's been curling for a handful, just a couple years. 4 years. Christina's only been curling for 1. It's definitely a skill that takes years to get good at.
That's heavy. You immediately have to start sweeping line for the back stone. The weight's good, it doesn't matter. So it's It's going to be a challenge. I thought that he might have gotten that going a little bit with his intern. It curled more than they expected.
Yes. I don't believe the Jacksons have been on sheet B yet this weekend.
Okay, well, Murray will have a draw for one, which, as we spoke about in the beginning, was always a given, unless something cataclysmic happened, that he would at least have a shot for one. I think he's a little disappointed it's for only one, but
Going with the same turn, a little bit more ice, or a lot more ice. Draw that 4 foot. Your skip should always be able to do that.
I'd be surprised if he threw to the backing on this one.
Yes.
He's gonna just go for the 4 foot.
But letting his sweepers know that that they can't use the backing, because if they go to it, red will steal one.
That's right. That's true, actually.
Oh, is he doing the hit? Did he say control plus? No.
That's hit weight.
Yes! Yes!
Throwing the hit. Well, that made liars out of us.
Yeah!
Not trusting his draw weight.
Oh,
ouch.
That's a surprising call. That's exactly what it was. He didn't trust his draw weight.
Derek and I are speechless. Alexander up 5-0. Not that Alexander is up, just the way Murray flashed that once.
Well, he's making a liar of me right and left.
Yeah.
I said he was going for 2 or 3 that end early on, but that's curling. Changes.
Murray likes to say you need to pull up your socks. I might say to Murray right now, let's go find our socks so we can pull them up. Murray and I go way back. We can banter like that. Back to sheet A. Chris Allen has a hit to tie the game.
Bring it! I was like, no, I'm not even going to try it. Or yellow.
In the end, either option for that, the draw or the hit, were acceptable. Whatever Murray thought he was going to make. He clearly thought he was going to make the hit, so that's what he went for.
Just don't think he gave himself enough room, thought it would fall more out there.
That was his intern again. So maybe he needs to straighten that out a little. Or call more ice.
Again, early in the season. He'll get all those kinks worked out. All right, Chris's rock is off.
Rock. Second to end.
That's the event final over there on sheet A. Mario in the house calling the sweep. Mario's wife is the lead on Team Jackson. Chris raises his hand, it's good. Got a tie game on sheet A.
It's at 3.
Lovely.
Nice shot.
All right. Let's go back to our feature game. Murray's going to park.
Ooh.
Oh, no, I don't.
Which one are you talking about?
Peter Geller in the warm room was asking if the intent on Murray's lead's first shot was to tick.
Oh, and we're not sure as we switched over to sheet A.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was close to the tick, but
Christina Riveron up again. She's been curling for a year. Would get nattered by her husband Mario to come out and try it. She finally did, and now she can't stop.
what happened? Well, that was a surprise. Someone got hooked to curling?
Yes.
Who would have thought?
We're lucky to have the Riverons here at Triangle Curling. Murray says save it. It's not going to do anything.
The corner guard. Almost.
Christina's husband Mario was on Team Jackson last year, So she would like to win to replicate. No, he was not. He was not on Team Jackson.
No, I didn't play with him
No,
last year.
it was Chris Berry and Trevor were.
Right.
And Derek and Murray.
Right.
Oh, with Classic he was. Everything's a little cloudy for me.
So, while we have an open house and a bunch of guards, what are your feelings about the 5 Rock 3 guard zone?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
You gotta vote for her.
I just think you just adopt it across every league. You
Yeah.
just, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah, yeah. The last game, the B event semis, there was a situation where Stone, if it were me, I would have tried to peel it, but with the 5 Rock, it was illegal. So,
Yeah.
it comes up more than you might think. It's going to be a big switch to get used to. It's a good rule, though. It forces aggressiveness and allows the hammer team to play a little offense.
And they've had it in play at the, no, I'm blanking on the name of the event,
One of the slams, right?
the slams, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's at all the, is it at all the slams this year? Or?
It might be now, yeah. They like to experiment with different rules at the,
Yes.
at the different TV events and slam events. And
People didn't like the 4 Rock when we went to that.
my concern is it'll destroy defensive curling, but I don't think it will. Yeah, that's my concern. I'm a little worried, but I think defensive curling is always going to be a thing. It's just be a little harder to do, which is okay because so many teams are so good at it. They make you have to make 2 double peels instead of only 1. And it won't change a hammer team from being defensive in the same way that they're defensive now. Its only issue is it allows a hammer team to be offensive better.
Yes.
Right? It'll make defense against the hammer difficult.
And back to the club level, I think it will be hard for some of our longtime skips to adjust.
Yes, that's true.
But
Nobody throws peels very often anyway.
exactly.
So and speaking of the devil, looks like we have a peel here. Murray has hammer, and he does not want stones in front of the house. And there are currently 3 of them, so he's going to try to do something about that. That was only 2.
Murray's happy with it. Thanks, Mark. Over on the B event, we have the Parker rink, which is out of Nutmeg, Potomac, and Philly, currently up 2-1 over Nancy Gertzen Vandenhoop. I've curled against Nancy before. I will never be able to pronounce her name correctly. We just go with GVDH. But close game over there.
Yeah, a little bit. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, line's pretty nice. Keep coming.
Ian Alexander looking to up the pressure here. Another center guard. There comes a point when you have hammer that you have to give up on clearing the house, clearing the center line.
Yes.
And Murray has come to that point now. He said there's 3 center guards. Unless you make 2 doubles or somehow a triple peel, it's over. You got to get a stone shot around them all. If you can do that, if it's in front of the tee line, you're in good shape. Even with the center guards.
Kathy's an excellent curler. Her draw game is definitely her stronger game.
That's a huge factor. Good point.
And she's been dialed in on T-line weight.
Murray knows his team so well. It's definitely one of his strengths. Knowing what to call for who.
Lots of encouragement from Kathy and Murray on the sweep. Again, that lazy handle, but this time bites Kathy. She's working on it. She knows that it can the weak point in her delivery.
It can be really useful, but if the ice is curling anyway, then it can hurt sometimes. Especially if you get way out there and you need to somehow, if you don't have enough space to get around, which that was getting wide, that was getting out there.
Janine again. Ian's peeling.
That's an interesting call. I think he must be worried about the tap back, do you think?
I don't know.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. I think there probably were other options. Doesn't change much for you.
The straight peel wasn't a good call, though, in my opinion. Because Murray will just sink one, right? He needed to stick.
Murray didn't care if that was a red rock or a yellow rock up there.
I think he'd ideally like it gone. So I think Ian must have been calling the straight hit. I don't know what that call was about.
Murray telling Kathy to have a better handle, and he's giving her more ice. Kathy already knew she needed that.
Looks like it's rotating more.
Yes.
Way out there.
Yeah. She put more on it.
Usually in the beginning of the game it's slower out there, but towards the end of the game it can actually be faster out there because it's fresher.
And it hangs out there. Overcorrection on both weight and line.
Oh, it skips rocks, and then there still has not been a single stone in the house for the entire end.
Looks like Parker's setting up for a big end over in our B event finals.
Looks like a hit to sit 6. Is that right?
Yes.
But that's not last rock.
No, but 2 more to go.
So
back to the feature.
That's curling for you. Never hurts to sit 6 though, at any point in an end,
No.
even if it's not last rock.
Puts pressure on Nancy.
Another over curl, and we still don't have any stones in the house. Well, no. It's close. Honestly, that hit and roll might be the best way into the house now, even if it's not in the house.
Murray has 2 stones left. Trying to figure out how he can get some yellow in there.
Definitely skips double is a possibility here.
Nancy's stone is away on sheet C for the B event finals. She's hitting against 6.
Is this last rock on that sheet?
No, there's one more to go for Parker. Ooh, Nancy's over curls by a skosh. Ouch.
This would be a draw for 7?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Draw with backing for 7.
This is...
I do believe.
This does not happen very often in the world of curling.
Nancy gives it shucks as she comes back down the ice.
Murray here with the hit and roll on our feature sheet. Got the hit. Yeah, with all that yardage, still roll to the open. Good shot though, those hit and rolls are tough.
Drawing to the Chesterfield or the table here, over on sheet C.
Put it right in the couch.
Front cushion.
That there. Count him up.
And he's on the coffee table for the 7.
7 points.
We got handshakes on sheet C.
That's handshakes after 3. 7.
7.
That was 7 yellow curling stones.
All right, back to our feature sheet.
Murray made a nice hit and roll. Just over curled just slightly and got that over roll.
No, it's girl.
Ian looking to kill Murray's deuce. Here with the hit.
Hard, guys, hard! Watch yourself,
Hit and roll out.
Good enough to get rid of the deuce. Now do you take one or do you blink?
Murray was very quick. I think we're blanking.
I think we're blinking. That's a great call, especially at an odd end. Still early, actually.
Let's just go over to sheet D then.
With the number of stones Murray likes to play with, this game not over yet.
The McKee rink throwing the yellow stones on sheet D. McKee rinks out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Murray's blank is away. The McKees are playing the Pring rink out of Bucks County. On sheet D in the D event finals.
Those are A event semi-losers, right?
Yes.
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 So the arguably B event finals on sheet D.
Schematics.
It's all just a number, or
Yes.
a letter actually.
Because when you brag to your friends, do they really know? They just know you won something
They won
early.
pint. And you got a sweet pint glass, right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, there's pint glasses out here for the winners today. We do low balls, whiskey glasses for the mixed doubles. Mr. Deek says, ouch. Yep, I would agree.
See, Murray last year for the over-under, we got cup holders. Now, if he wins, he'll have the pint glass too.
I do believe we have some fancy prizes as well. I've not checked them all out.
Very nice.
Definitely, regardless of the event you win, you're going home with some good stuff here.
I
so.
may have to go do that social media thing and take a picture.
Oh, do it. Yes, social media. Alright, well, Sue is off doing the social media thing. I'll stick with you guys here. Murray needs to generate some offense. And Ian is going to be very happy and trying to, as best as possible, do defense. See if I can get us back on the feature sheet here for a bit. Oh, nice.
So we have travel mugs and coasters for the A event.
Oh, beautiful.
Who needs another pen anyways?
Yeah, no, I mean, these are functional prizes, which is really what it's all about. So, in Corlin's strategy, the best way to generate offense is with guards. Unfortunately, there are no guards. Unfortunately for Murray, that's very fortunate for Ian. So if your guards aren't going to work, well, you got to play freezes. So we'll throw the guards and hope for whiffed peels. That's what I would do here. I would keep throwing guards till the cows come home and hope you get a whiffed peel. But the freeze is a good option too. Ian's going to keep right on hitting.
We are in North Carolina, so I might say till the pigs come home.
Till the pigs come home. Probably better. Yeah, I think, I need to switch my terminology there now that I've moved south.
And again, anytime you hear us say North Carolina, take a drink.
Beautiful freeze. Just beautiful. Little bounce. That will go. Ian hits the right side of the stone. I should say the correct side of the stone. That's the problem with freezes, is that you have to be perfect. Otherwise, you just hit one side of the stone and it goes away. Unless there's a guard.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of a Heath McCormick style slide there. Works for Heath McCormick. Then suppose it'll work for anybody. Well, here we go. Hit the wrong side of it. That's where the freeze comes in.
Sean has only been curling for 5 years.
T-line.
Back up to Mark for the Jackson rink. He's been curling for 4. His intro song is "I Will Always Love You."
I don't know that song.
No. Well, it is written.
Bluegrass?
It is written by Dolly Parton.
Oh, well, okay.
So we're going with the Dolly version.
No line, wait only.
Nice try, Jimmy.
I think it's gonna need it. Hey, I'm really
Just whoa. Right off.
Throwing the freeze on the other side of the sheet.
Murray says right off.
It's a life's history now.
Sorry, Mark.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Right ice this time.
Also trying to hit the road.
Alright, well, it's not shot, but that's okay. 1-3 is generally not bad if you're a hammer. Early in the end. Towards the end of the end, you gotta start thinking about getting 1-2. Getting first and second shot. Just with.
Over on sheet DRD event finals, the Pring rink is up 3-1 over the McKee rink.
We can guard it or we can tap, hit and roll. Same weight as you threw when you threw hack weight last time.
On sheet A, our C event finals, the Kim Hicks rink is up 5-3 over the Chris Allen rink.
Yep. Straight up. Lady. Yeah, I see that. Yellow line? Yep. Yellow line. What?
More.
Right off then, off.
Hit and roll it. The line's there. Name by nine. I'm not going to throw it up. Nice try, Bethany. Nice try.
Still 1-3, I think.
Janine's walk-up song is Unstoppable.
Yep.
I do not know that one.
Me neither. But nobody's surprised about that. I don't know any song.
Again, is there a banjo in that
Is
band?
there a banjo?
Last week.
They must have a drummer.
Well,
That's why you don't know
That's
them.
probably it. It's probably it because of the drummer. There were 3 banjos on the stage last night. Steve Martin, the banjo player from the Two Canyon Rangers, and the McCurry son came back out at the end. 3 banjos. Yeah. That's a lot of banjo.
T-line only.
Steve Martin, not the best banjo player, but the best performer.
Literally took the words out of my mouth. Man, he was funny.
Oh,
So much fun. But yeah, I mean,
and loves to spread the love of bluegrass.
sure does.
Nice try.
And he loves North Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah, keep it clean. Come on.
Often found in the mountains of Boone.
Oh, yes. Come on.
Kathy's got that lazy handle again.
Get a biter.
They're not going to get it there.
That's the worst place to sweep a stone with your house, because as it curls, you lose. You have to make it go farther as it curls, and then as it goes farther, it curls more. So you have to make it go even farther. You think you're gonna make it, but the house leaves as the stone curls.
Yes.
It's very demoralizing to sweep a stone there in that particular spot with that handle. Now Ian has to worry about where he's going to put this so that it doesn't help Murray score. If it's behind the house, behind the tee line, then there's some chances.
It looks a little heavy.
Oh, lost some handle.
They're saying Janine's lost its handle as well.
So Ian wants to pull that far enough back that the freeze is not first shot. That was the goal there, and I don't know if he's done it. But still, it never hurts to sit 3. I don't think Ian will be complaining about anything at this point. Up 5-0 and sitting 3 is not a bad place to be.
Kathy does not have an intro song. I guess I don't know any Celine Dion, but I do know Kathy's a big fan of hers. So we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. That works. This is interesting. Christina says she hasn't been to another curling club yet. We've got to change that, I guess.
We have to change that.
Yeah. Just Christina.
Christina works for Epic Games.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Manages their new game launches. Very interesting job.
Oh, looks like... Sorry. Looks like the Captain Stone picked.
Yes.
It's coming in really nicely.
Mark's looking at the ice.
Right here and drag. Just be careful when you move this stone. It's going to cut the arse.
Yeah, they definitely think it picked. Never a good time for a pick, but...
What were you saying about Epic?
Yeah, I don't know what video games they make, but they're here in the Raleigh-Durham area and Cary, North Carolina. They're one of the big video game producers.
I think Epic has an engine, don't they? So they create a platform for a lot of games.
I know
a lot of games use Epic. I think that's how it works.
I know one of the guys from Epic developed smoke for video games.
Oh, cool. That's complicated stuff.
Yeah.
Water and smoke, tough to model, yeah.
So quite impressive.
See, given the pick that just happened, I would think they'd have the...
Oh, it's got reverse handle.
Reverse handle, yeah. It's another reason you should rotate your stones when you let go of them.
Yeah, as Kathy says, that's the 3rd one in a row.
A little bump on the yellow there.
Nicole says, yes, it's called the Unreal Engine. Thank you, Nicole.
That's the one, Unreal. That's what I'm thinking of. We got some far more tech-savvy people on the chat here than...
If you don't know, we're located just on the edge of the RTP area of Durham, North Carolina.
Drink.
Which stands for Research Triangle Parkway. We're about 8 miles from Duke University and about 20 or so from UNC Chapel Hill, or 20 minutes or so. And same for North Carolina State down in Raleigh.
Go Pack!
So definitely have a good pool of intelligent people to pull into curling.
That's why we have Raspberry Pi controllers controlling all of our TVs. Also why we have the phases of the moon available on the ice. If you ever need to know what phase the moon is in, you can look up on sheet A, and you can see, well, currently it's on this screen over here. It's a waxing gibbous, currently. I am not kidding. It is a waxing gibbous.
I do believe that's probably the first time you've heard that on a curling broadcast.
Very high tech here, yes.
I do believe, I may be biased. Whether you mentioned St. Paul Curling Club or Triangle, I am biased to both. We do outshine St. Paul with our broadcast ability.
I have not been to St. Paul, and I'm sure I've watched the webcast from St. Paul, but I find it hard to believe that they can run up us on this broadcast. I mean, there are 9
commentators. Yes.
Commentators, yes. No, we're talking tech broadcast is what we're talking here for sure. Yes. There's 2 cameras per sheet out there, and then one in the middle. So we did I say 2? I'm sorry, 4 per sheet.
Which would be 32 in St. Paul. So, yeah, take a little bit.
That's one club I've never been to. Of curled up there a lot at the
Yeah.
Four Seasons, but never been to St. Paul.
I need to get to Four Seasons.
It's a nice club. If you get a chance, yeah. Good food, too. So a little bit of a question, who's first shot here? Looks like yellow is definitely second shot. So if you tap this red back there, then you're probably getting your 2. And even if you don't, you might get your 2, depending. I don't know.
Been encouraging some of our local curlers here to go up to Minnesota in January. Call me crazy, but they have the big spiel in January that curls Chaska, Frogtown, St. Paul, and Four Seasons.
Big event. That's fun too, because you get to see a bunch of different clubs, play in a bunch of different conditions, meet a bunch of awesome people.
Drink some Grain Belt or Summit beer, whatever you prefer.
Eat some cheese curds.
Stay away from the lutefisk.
Stay away from White Castle. There's a couple things to stay away from up there. Most things are good. There's exactly one situation where it's appropriate to go to White Castle, and that is if you don't remember that you went there the next morning. That is when it's appropriate to go to White Castle. So here's a big draw for 2. He really needs this.
Kathy says whoa, Murray says clean. They've had some picks. Murray's reminding them to keep it clean.
Absolutely. Good call. Well called, well thrown. Well, it's on the board.
Get their crooked number.
But, Ian Alexander now with hammer. Playing 5.
That one did not pick.
Looks like Chris Allen on sheet A is trying to curl behind the yellow Hicks rock.
My 5 is also.
Go to the Barca Lounger, and he's heavy. Die Hard on the sweep. Di has a gold medal from the Canadian Summer Games in canoeing. And she still has the arms.
That is an amazing statistic. Cool.
Her nickname, I might give her a new nickname of Guns. Her arms are amazing.
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, David. Yeah, Trevor came over and yelled at me. And is that better? Move it farther away. I tend to be loud in general. Always looking for constructive criticism. Or any kind of criticism.
We're curlers, we can criticize ourselves and we can take it. Kim drawing to the Barca Lounger on the right side of the house. His right. Or his left. Whatever.
It's all relative.
Yes. My in turn is your out turn. Oh, David says much better, thank you. And he's on the armrest.
Oh, here it is.
Katie and Blue Devil both say, Blue Devil being Chris Berry, both say much better.
Good. Thanks for saying that, you guys.
We're just a 6.
Got a couple good lead stones in play on our feature sheet. We'll get back to there in a moment.
Center guard and draw behind. Anyone's keeping track. The draw behind's back 8 foot, but still very nicely buried.
Yeah, fly.
Nice that sheet C finished early. Ellen's able to get out there and take some pictures. Again, the Parker rink out of Philadelphia, Potomac, and Nutmeg, 1 RB event.
style. 9-1 after 3.
Yes.
7-end will do that.
One bad end will do it to you.
That's right. Erica Brown gave up a 7 in the Olympics.
Yes, yes. That is
Wait only.
odd fact. That if you've ever seen the curling cat video, that was from that end.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Really interesting. So it happened to
Wait, no.
Mine's better now.
Was it? No, there was a different video. The cat video was the Johnson sisters when they were the Johnson sisters.
In the Olympics. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm thinking of
I
different
didn't think
video.
it was. I thought maybe there was another one, another cat video.
We're tied over on sheet D.
Yellow has hammer and yellow has a corner guard. Looks like they're trying to draw around it. A shot in the house. Not quite buried, but good looking in there.
We'll watch a few stones here. Jimmy in the hack for the Charlotte team has been curling since January.
That's what's so nice about this event. Is that every team has to have 2 under 5, 2 over. Well, at least 2 under 5. So you get a lot of new curlers into the competitive area.
People get comfortable who they like to curl with and go away to
Right.
Bonspiels with.
Right.
We're forcing people to mix it up a bit here. And
It's a great opportunity for less experienced curlers to play with more experienced curlers.
yeah, I'm a firm believer in the new curler needs to go away to a Bonspiel to understand what all curling has to offer.
Yeah.
You just play in a league, you don't get to experience what it's like to be in a tournament atmosphere.
It's a different, like physically, a different level of demand on the body, right? Because you're playing so many in a weekend, whereas a league, you play one a night. So, very different.
And then you have to socialize.
Yes.
You don't just walk off the ice and go home. You sit with your teammates and the opponent.
The best part of curling.
Go see some local sites.
Relationships, yes. Well, Duke Lemur Center is.
Oh, the Lemur Center, yes.
The visiting here.
I always tell people coming to the Carolina Classic, I let people know if there's no possibility of them curling Friday morning, they should book it. You need to book about 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
So I let those teams know that the Lemur Center's there at Duke.
Saturdays are a lot more open. They've changed it, I think. They're more open walking paths. You still have to reserve the time, but it's a little bit easier to
Yes.
get in.
It's fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's certainly not a last minute thing.
Lot of row.
Well, yellow with hammer is shot behind a whole bunch of stuff.
Julia Pring up for the Pring rink. Throwing second.
And apparently there aren't enough guards yet, so McKee is going to, Pring is going to throw out another guard.
Julia's been curling for 4 years. Her husband Matthew, holding the broom, has been curling for 15.
15 years?
Yes.
Yeah, it's close back.
Must have started after the 2002 Olympics.
Yeah, finish it. Finish it. Okay, that's fine. Very good.
Interesting call there. But the run back is now impossible, so that's, or now it's a double run back, so that's useful. That draw around the center is still there, though.
Bethany from the Charlotte Club up throwing Vice Rocks. She's been curling for 3.5 years.
This is the 5th end, so now we really start thinking about the 6th then. If you score in the 6th, you're in really good shape. Then you have 2 hammers, or 2 chances to score, including the 6th, as opposed to your opponent's only has 1 in the 7th. So, giving up in this case, giving up 1 point in the 5th is not ideal. I'm sorry, is ideal. It's not good to get the 1 point in the 5th, because then you give up the hammer in the 6th, which is important. So, definitely hammer team here. Well, both teams
trying to score, but Hammer really needs to get there too here to be.
Kathy's
Happy.
draw is heavy on the feature sheet. Alexander is sitting 1.
A blank is also a really good option in the 5th if you're tied.
Don't think we're going to see a blank on sheet
I
D.
think probably not. But from a strategy perspective, it would be a good thing to go into the end pretty conservatively, and if you see that opportunity for a blank, to go for it, because that's really great when you're tied in the 5th. That ship has sailed.
Yes. Kevin throwing Vice Rocks for the Pring team. I guess we have to say go Jets go. Wearing the New York Jets t-shirt there.
They don't have to say that, do we?
Well, I'll pretend it's Winnipeg.
I'm a Bills fan, so.
Ah, that's right.
Gotta check my fantasy updates, actually.
Oh, there's a football game on. The Bills are playing Atlanta. Ah, Chris John must have made that happen. Got about 3 Bills fans in the warm room right now. And of course, I'll say school Vikings.
Just trickle down, so 6 feet less.
Steve McKee wanting to move some granite. Bethany's been curling for 3.5 years. I'm not sure if this is going to do much for them.
Moving granite is the easiest way for yellow to get 2 points. Oh! So I don't know if I would be moving granite right now if I was him. Or him. But it's also the easiest way for him to score, so.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's not shot, so.
Kevin up for the Pring ring. Says put it back. Let's put a guard up.
I don't know. I'd be working harder at 2 here if I were Pring. Because like I said, getting 1 in the 5th is not preferred. But it's certainly better than giving up 1 or 2, so. Bird in the hand, better than 2 in the bush. Well, that's not really true. I don't know what I'm talking about. It gets complicated. That saying is great, but it kind of doesn't apply to curling.
Jackson Rink is sitting 1. Janine's draw is off.
We're in the last Vice Rocks, I think, on the feature sheet. And
Janine's got a little back house back to backing. Looks
Close
like
for
Jackson is still shot, but I'm not positive.
yeah, you're right.
Shouldn't. They're on top of each other. It shouldn't matter at the end of the end.
Definitely some center guards in play. Murray's going to try to draw around them. If he can get buried, then Ian Alexander's going to have some work to do to score if Murray makes this draw. So.
Yes.
When you're trying to steal, it's the most you can hope for. Is a center guard and a chance to come around it. So.
Maybe I'm I have to wait. It's going to ban, I think.
Murray asking for a bit more ice over there on sheet B.
Back on sheet D, looks like Pring made a fairly successful card. And he is hitting. Again, trying to clear things up. Any predictions for this end? Maybe yellow's going to get 1 point? On sheet D, I mean.
Yes.
I think that's probably the outcome of that end.
Murray pulled Murray's a little light there. Ouch. Yeah, it does look like Jackson is shot.
It does. Beautiful.
Ian's playing it.
Beautiful line there, but. Is Ian playing the hit and roll here, do you think?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think that yellow jam's flat, but if you roll, it's okay.
Ian is not a man of many words. He's a man of few words, so I did not hear what he was saying, if he was saying anything. I think he's hitting it hard. Janine says sweep. And whoa. It's hanging out there. I think it's going to be a good shot.
You always love the on-off, on-off.
Oh, absolutely. As a sweeper.
Nice roll.
Looks like they're currently sitting 2.
I would point out that stone is behind the tee line. This is perfect steal opportunity for Murray.
And you know he's thinking the same thing. Got that 1 yellow still going on, sheet D. 2 rocks to play. Murray and Kathy are thinking.
I think that's loaded, that whole thing right onto the yellow.
Why?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm one of those people, risk reward. Steve's looking at it.
High reward.
And the other thing is, it's a fun Bonspiel. Let me throw the fun shot.
It's so fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You never know when that will set up for you again, if it ever will.
Right.
Go for it. Have fun.
There's not really any other option.
Yeah, exactly. Nope, they're going conservative. No fun.
No fun.
That's not Steve McKee. He's usually fun.
I'm not even sure what this call is supposed to be. What does he think is going to happen? Think he can tap that red at the top in the 8-footer? Maybe. Oh, here's Murray's shot.
Back line or half? Back line. I didn't hear what you said. That's all.
Blown opportunity for the steal by Murray. Ian's got a shot for 2. Draw for 2. Keys rock is off.
He didn't think he was hard.
I got the colors backwards.
Yeah, we can't promote the red on this side.
No, yeah.
Okay, we just can't oversend or...
Do you want to guard the hammer?
Well, amazingly, it made contact with the shot stone, but that's about the best that can be said of it. So this is going to be an impossible, basically, draw for 2 here. But you got to try it. It might be there.
The easy draw for 2 here for Ian, though, on our feature sheet.
Looks like he's really close.
Janine says, whoa. They've got a bit of backing. I'd be keeping it clean.
Very nice shot.
And we're 7-2 after 5 in our feature match.
Murray will have hammer in
Prince Rock is away.
Oh, that's not impossible. That's very makeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 2.
Yeah, Steve would have been better off doing the crazy shot. I guess he thought he might have opened it up for an easy draw, but he's left some backing here.
This looks really nice. Gotta get to the inside of that.
And he
beautiful
does.
Draw.
2 for Pring. It's 5-3 after 5.
4-5.
We haven't shown much of the lead stones on our feature game.
So we got a classic defense-offense battle here. Murray's going to try to score 2 or more. Ian's going to try to keep that from happening. And you play defense by putting stones in the house. So
Lee Alexander's rock is away.
Little bit.
draw to the top 8, top 4.
Oh, yeah. Come on, it's dying on you.
I think there's something funny going on with their questionnaire sheet. They all, 3 players except Ian list Andrew Gittis, Gittis, as their favorite curler, and Ian lists Kelly as his. Must be an inside joke.
That or he's just that awesome, and everyone loves him.
Yeah.
I know Andrew Gittis. I don't remember how, though. I know,
we gotta, it's like,
yeah.
You have 102 mutual friends. Must be a curler.
That's right. The person I have the most mutual friends with, of all my friends, is Stephen Dropton.
keep it clean.
That's interesting. Not even my brother.
This is that spot we keep getting.
Andrew Giddis.
Get a boat. Get a good two. Get a good two.
I have no. Mine must be a curler, but I do not know who.
He's a curler.
Oh, he's a junior curler.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Out of Philadelphia.
I don't think I know him too well. He's a lot younger than I am.
Oh, he's up curling in Alberta now. He's moved up. That good ice.
Let's picture him with Kevin Martin and Brendan Botcher. He moved to Alberta?
Yes, for
cool.
school.
Okay.
To go to university.
A little bit early.
Now I remember them telling me that.
Okay, now just to the center line. Straddle it.
Let's wait. Let's light. Hard.
Easy.
Hard.
Easy.
Hard.
Gotta try a little bit.
Jonathan Penny
Gently.
asking if he heard. Did I hear about picks? Yeah, unfortunately we had a few picks here on sheet B.
I'll tell you though,
Never blaming the ice crew on that one
I'll
though.
tell you, they should be throwing more rotation and it wouldn't have been a problem. That's my personal opinion on that subject.
Yes.
But there were some weird handle switches, and it looked like Kathy's in the sixth end actually did drag him down. But
Jonathan Penny, an ice tech from Brockville, currently living in Cincinnati, Ohio, has come down the last 2 years to help us install our ice.
Okay.
Yes, you owe me $100. I don't know nothing about that.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good shot, Chris.
Nice shot.
Oh, don't clean it. Don't clean it.
Heavy draw.
I want to clean it like everything possible.
If we tick that, fine.
And Jonathan, remember, every time we say North Carolina, you must take a drink of your favorite beverage.
Yes, please.
And Jonathan agrees with you, Derek. Need more rotation.
On its own.
Four.
Whoa, on its own.
Three. Hard.
T-line.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
the encouragement, Jonathan. We're having a good time for sure.
Drinking coffee.
Looking forward to my competitive team going to the Kalamazoo Bonspiel here in 2 weeks.
Yes, Kalamazoo, great place to go.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's a great place to go. Great place to curl.
Sweetwater donuts, yum, yum.
3 dogs.
I haven't heard about that. You need to tell me more about donuts.
Donuts. I'm sorry. No Timmy's in Kalamazoo. Do not go to the Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah,
Sweetwater's
where it's at.
Oh, yum.
Sounds good to me. A lot of good craft brewing up there. Kalamazoo.
Yeah, Bell's Brewery's been there for 30-some years.
Bell makes some really good beer.
Yes. And lots of distilleries coming up as well. There's Green Door. It's a great distillery in Kalamazoo. Go Broncos. Proud WMU grad here. Spent many fun night in Kalamazoo.
That's fun.
They also converted their hockey ice into dedicated curling ice. I believe this is their 3rd season on dedicated ice.
Shot.
2nd year doing cash spiel.
Don't make it go through that sport.
Yeah, it's a pretty new event, but it's so great that people like Jonathan are working with Jerry Gertz and getting cash spiels in the U.S.
Yes. Kalamazoo, great location
Yeah.
on 94 between Chicago and Detroit. Easy to get to. More competitive curlers, especially women, should consider going to Kalamazoo to curl.
Alright. I don't know how else to explain it.
We're sending 3 teams up to Kalamazoo's beer spiel. On the fun side,
It's supposed to be a good time.
if you've ever been to Kalamazoo for the Nationals, the rink that's used for the Nationals turns into a beer festival once a year. And Kalamazoo Curling Club, being smart, knowing curlers, plans a Bonspiel that weekend.
There you go, Mark. Nice.
Sounds like a match made in heaven.
Yes. And they do keg curling. So when I'm up there walking around saying I'm a curler, I get a lot of weird looks because I think I'm up from North Carolina. Drink just to do the keg curling.
Beautiful shot there by Kathy. Nice tap back. Tap that yellow right behind the center guard.
Now we're just looking to draw in.
Murray is hammer, so again, center guards are not his friend, but being shot anywhere and buried anywhere is his friend. So
Yes. Ian says sweep.
Whoa!
Front end obliges. He says whoa, and they listen again.
I think they were going for the left yellow, but
Yeah.
it curls up. Might get them. Yeah.
We have a field goal.
Up this high, they should just be peeling. That's my competitive opinion. I know it may not be applicable, but everything should be peeled.
Oh, you do not want stones in play when you're up
Yes.
by 5 in the 6th.
But in this case, going for the one in the house is probably better than going for the guard. You want to
So 5. 3 stars.
keep Murray from scoring.
Short's
so
okay too.
Keep the hammer team from scoring.
Thanks, John.
Want to hit? I mean, I want to, but I don't know if you can. I can have your attention. We're going to announce the winner. All right, so.
How deep is it?
Murray's asking how deep it is. We have the awards going on for the B event, so they can get on the road. Sorry for the background noise. Kathy gets a little bit of a rub. Murray sweeps it back. He says okay.
3.
There you go. It's nice.
Nancy from Philly currently congratulating her front end of John and Janine Moylan, new curlers who have gotten into the finals and piped on for the first time. Quite an honor anytime you're piped onto the ice.
Sweep then.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
Yeah, hard.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
She get a piece of the back one.
Get him up!
Good shot.
All right.
Little second shot.
Really nice.
Cuts down the scoring area though. That all but takes that top yellow out of contention.
Over on sheet A, the Hicks team out of Greensboro, North Carolina, are in control of that game, 8-3 over Chris Allen from Triangle.
Now it's Leslie. Just come down to ours.
Yep.
How's that compare? What? Whoa! How's the weight?
Score forward. Same shot.
Yeah, come on.
Murray asking for the sweep.
Whoa!
Whoa! Let it curl.
Let's try this again. They don't want to monkey around with it. Seal them to 1.
Where do you want me?
Just inside the 8.
Here?
Yeah.
circle.
Ian's draw is off.
It's gonna be tough to get shot here. You could maybe bury around that yellow, but there's not much room there.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
Oh, it's got to move a lot.
Yeah.
Ian says it has to move a lot. He's on the top yellow.
Could tap that through the shot position.
It is a prettier color.
Could have gone worse. Not the end of the world at all. Now yellow is sitting 1, 3, 4. But second shot is very hard to get to. / currently impossible, so
Murray's talking about where he puts his rock and what Ian will try. If I put it here, he'll do the double. If I put it here, this will happen. It's like pool. You can't just think of your shot. You also have to think of the leave.
it's all about the lead.
Absolutely.
If he can bury this, though, he's okay. If it sits just next to that yellow, then the double is a gimme. As far as doubles go, it's a gimme. But if he can get it half buried and behind that yellow, then he's in good shape here. And he may even be able to raise it onto that red and look for a bunch. But that's definitely a tertiary or quaternary goal. Ideally, you sit 2, don't leave a double, and then worry about anything more than that later.
I'm just sitting back trying to keep up with Derek's multi-syllable words here.
Okay, let's go. Whoa.
You probably saw it from me. Before it was ice. I posted a picture of the...
Curling, there's no... Except for a shot to win, there's very rarely a perfect shot. There's always a better place for it. It's always a sort of a sliding scale. Oh, they lost that one too. Look at that girl. Murray is not happy with that result. Although on the bright side now, if Ian weren't to throw, which obviously he's gonna, but if he weren't, there may actually be a shot to raise that yellow now. So on the top of the 4, but Ian's gonna see what he can do to get rid of that option and make it hard for Murray to score even 2.
We're back here telling stories from previous Bonspiels. Always a good time. This is the second time we've run the over-under Bonspiel. First time was in February of 2017. Very successful second time. I believe we'll do this again next year. 24 teams. Nice easy number. Start on Friday and on Sunday.
We come on hard, solid.
We currently allow 8 local teams into the event out of the 24. Really trying to encourage those young members of our club to Bonspiel. We were down to 50 or 70 members as we went to dedicated ice. We're now up to 188 for this season.
You'd never get to nose with enough weight. You should maybe score 5 this end. If you ever got to nose with enough weight.
You know Murray's thinking it.
He's got to.
Oh, he's got to be.
When you're down 7-2, you have to try this shot. It's hard, but with the way his stones have been curling, I don't know why you wouldn't. Like his first one just over curled a ton. It doesn't look like the ice for it though. I think he's playing for 2.
Murray's going over instructions with the front end, making sure they keep it clean, and knowing absolutely what they need to do. Nice release from Murray. Kathy checking the time.
Down the stick. Gotta curl up though. Yeah, it's not gonna curl for the tap, I don't think.
Murray's saying don't even clean it. Oh,
Looks like he
oh. No.
No, don't
Christine, whoa. Christina, whoa.
Alright, well, it's one. Looks like he had the weight. It's just too much ice for that tap. I don't know if he was playing the tap though. If he was just playing for two.
Ouch.
He might have gotten spooked by his first one curling so much.
I think so.
I'm gonna have to go match the stone. That's 7-8 there. Or 2-15.
Yeah, Derek's talking about matching stones. Beginning of the season, and at this level, a lot of times we just throw them 1 through 8. But it's good to go out there and match them and see if you have a stone that curls more than the other. Either switch it or keep that in your back pocket. Use it to your advantage. Derek, you're curling Tuesday nights this year?
Yes. Abby and I are playing with Chris John and Matt Henning again. We're the defender, Bull City League.
Exactly.
Title.
There you go. Derek and Abby are both college students down here. We love our college curlers. Derek,
not anymore.
Derek, what? Abby is not. Abby's working. We have UNC, Duke, and North Carolina State down here, along with North Carolina Central and Shaw. Great university area. Oh, we're throwing them through on sheet D. Have not seen them hang the score. Derek's walked away and taken his headphone with him to make sure nobody takes his spot. Yeah, Pring is up 8-3 over on sheet D. Looks like Kalamazoo is looking for one more men's team for the cash spiel in a couple weeks. Get a shout out from Leah, Janasco Jammers out there. Another one of our bluegrass fans down here in North Carolina. Again, we just had the International Bluegrass Music Association Awards. Great weekend to be down here for curling and music. Come in early on Thursday night, hang out, hear some banjos and mandolins, and then curl the rest of the weekend. Nice shot by Lee. Again, she's only been curling for 3 years. Curling in a skirt, highly approve of that fashion choice. Leah says, don't forget the dough bros. Absolutely. Mark's a southpaw, throwing the left, throwing out of the left hack, or the right hack, throwing left-handed. He's been curling for 4 years. Came down here to North Carolina from Plainfield. Again, drink every time I say North Carolina. Murray's saying sweep for line. Yeah, I did mention that you took your headset with you when you left.
I didn't mean to, yeah.
I said Derek does not want anyone to take his spot.
It was not the intent, really, but I didn't think I'd be gone long. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. What we got? Sort of 3 not very close games.
I was going to say, this is our closest game, actually.
True.
So we'll stick with the A event for a while.
Looks like a steal of 4 on sheet A and
handshake.
12-3.
Congrats to the Hicks rink. They call themselves free agents, as they do not currently belong to a curling club. They're about an hour or so away from Triangle. They're thinking about moving closer, actually, to be closer to curling.
Awesome.
Cut the distance between work and curling.
Sure, yeah, it makes sense.
I'm going to keep saying that so they actually do it.
Oh, I see.
They did mention it to me once.
Power of willpower.
Yes. I think it's a grand idea.
Oh, yes. Turns out Leah has a thing, shall we say, for dopers.
Yes.
They are pretty instruments. A lot of chrome on them. Almost like a hubcap.
Come on! Looking good. It's a big coming.
Leah and Steve were gracious enough to adopt me this week at the Bluegrass Festival. Because I was there all alone. Abby was curling in this. My best friend Nate didn't come down because he had a wedding, so I hung out with Steve and Leah. And it was great fun. So
I hated missing it this year. Unfortunately, I had to.
Well, there is next year.
I will. Yes, and hopefully more after that.
Sarah Hall said it was her favorite venue, a favorite city ever for the IBMAs.
Wow. Nashville completely ignored them. Too much country music up there.
Yeah.
Too much already going on. Raleigh has embraced it.
Yes, please.
So, if you don't mind the term, it's balls to the walls offense for Murray here, which is kind of his modus operandi anyway.
Yes.
And Ian's hitting pretty much everything in sight, ideally.
Murray had an unfortunate flash in the second end, allowing the Alexander team to steal 3.
Yes. That was a big end there. That was a big determining.
He'll be talking about that one in his sleep tonight.
It was an interesting call because he had the full 8-foot available if he wanted it, but he had just missed that draw, so he was just feeling not comfortable with that.
He thought the ice was going to fall a little bit, took a little bit of negative ice, and it did not take the fall and ended up flashing it. And we have a Bills score there, Derek.
There we go.
Minor celebration, an under control celebration.
No curling celebration? Do you see that?
Yes, as Keenan of Keenan and Peele said, all right, Detroit, decide which white sport you're doing. Are you doing bowling or are you doing curling? Because half your guys were bowling and half of them were curling. Sort of sums up the Detroit Lions.
Funny.
Gotta be on the same page.
Nice shot there. Now there's 2 buried behind the corner guard. 4-foot's still open though. 7-3 Buffalo over the Atlanta Falcons. Gotta check my. I have that running back. I don't have a wide receiver. Yeah, I'm talking fantasy football.
Fantasy curling is a thing as well.
It sure is on curlingzone.com. Your one-stop shop for all curling-related stuff. Fantasy pick'em. I'm always amazed. There's always someone with 100%. Every event. I'm like, how? How are you doing that?
Somebody's paying Jerry Gertz, and they're something's happening behind the scenes.
For those that don't know, Fantasy Pick'em on Curling Zone allows you to choose to guess winners, and then that's basically it. And then they determine if your correct percentage. So for each game, in an event, you can go on and vote for who you think's going to win, and it tells you all the stats about who's going to win and who people think are going to win. And then you can root for the team you want to win, and it's a good time.
Better come right in.
Still getting used to the redesign of the curlingzone.com website.
They moved the location of the line scores from,
Yes.
from the right side to the left side. It's change. It's difficult.
Your thumbs get used to one way.
That's right. I use the app mostly, which hasn't really changed. So that's. But the app is limited. The website has more to offer. Some big events. The College Clean Restoration Curling Classic is going on in Saskatoon this weekend.
What happened in Sweden?
At
Women's?
Switzerland? I know Heath McCormick.
The men were in Switzerland. I believe the women were in Sweden.
Yeah, right. They were. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Honestly, with all the bluegrass, I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
Swiss Cup, Basel.
Because Corey Christensen was doing well. Her rink was.
No. You get to hear, that's cool. Behind it's better.
Yeah, they were doing well. Yeah, they're having a good year.
Yeah.
So was McCormick, actually. Very good year.
Of course, the Anderson sisters out of Philadelphia. Lots of Philly and Bucks County curlers down here this weekend cheering them on. There were a few games on handheld devices. Few people watching them on handheld devices. They reached the semis.
Heath McCormick got a few wins. And he dropped down to the B event.
Big year for all those teams.
Sure is.
Olympic trials next month?
Yeah. So they're in October. In Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. Actually, a place known for its sporting events.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a big deal. It's middle of nowhere, but they've pretty much sold the place out. So that's pretty
wow,
cool.
amazing!
I mean, they sold a lot of tickets.
Considering it's a flight for most people who curl to get there.
Yeah. So apparently, the companies in Omaha will buy blocks for their employees.
Oh.
I think that's the deal. That's what I heard anyway from Thomas and Corey.
Awesome. Thomas and Corey, great curlers, great people.
Absolutely. So it looks like Heath McCormick did not qualify at the Swiss Cup. Trying to find the Swedish event now. Yeah, the Stockholm Ladies Cup.
Murray's going after the back. Kathy late on the sweep call. And then calls him up trying to get plan B.
Corey Christensen made the semifinal at the Ladies Cup and lost to Lena Petz. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Lena Petz, former world champion?
I don't know.
A couple years ago?
Probably.
Those Swiss women are tough.
Yes.
3 top teams, at least.
Lena Petz won it in the final there. This morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think Schuster's still going at the College Clean. And I think Brady Clark and Brown might have been in that event as well. Looks like Brady Clark qualified, but John Schuster might not have. A lot of good teams right now in the U.S., all playing towards the Olympic trial.
Shout out to Bart listening in up in Palmerston, Ontario.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. John Curls with Murray, Kathy, and I at the Rocky Top in June in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Murray is very much sitting 2. Nice shot, but just a flat jam. Murray's looking for the steal, of course. And the center's pretty wide open, so Ian has to be pretty happy about that. But the pressure's going to be on for his final draw.
Yes.
The 3-ender here is, well, it's game on, I suppose.
Yeah. We were telling stories from Rocky Top earlier today. If you've never been to Knoxville, Tennessee for the Rocky Top in June, it's a great Bonspiel. Hard to get into. They usually do a lottery, some sort of...
The Rocky Top is a blast.
Yes,
You know what else they have there? Is bluegrass music.
They do. You get piped on by a bluegrass band, by a guy playing the washboard.
Oh, we've tied it all together.
Oh.
We've come full circle.
And a hot tub that never closes.
Oh, see.
Come on, Ryan. Yes. Come on, Ryan. Ryan, you can do it. You can do it. Stay with it. Go.
Murray Hart, Christina, hard on the sweep. Great sweep, Christina. Way to listen to Murray and Kathy.
Definitely sitting through. All of them at least a little bit buried.
Again, Christina's only been curling for a year. Excellent job following that stone.
Makes a shot, he wins the game, I'll bet you. If he doesn't make it, he might still win. But if he makes a shot, that's a 4-point difference, right?
Yes.
This is a big shot right here. This is why I don't skip. No backing.
Murray's talking about the time clock. They're good. They're good on time.
That is sort of hanging. It's got to come back a bit, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Ooh, is he going to tap him in?
There's the potential for...
Kathy up for the sweep.
We got a game here, folks.
Kathy up for the sweep. Ouch. Looks like there's 4. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Derek can't watch. Ouch.
Been saying for years, people need to learn how to play defense.
Murray found his socks and pulled them up that end.
He did. That's a tough shot. That draw with no backing against Fury, that's a tough shot. A lot of pressure on that shot.
The McKee rink got 2 in the 7. It's currently 8-5 in the D event finals.
Some shots are easy shots, but they're hard because of the situation.
Exactly.
That was a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a draw to the 8-foot, but it's not just a draw to the 8-foot.
Yeah. We've seen Ian make great draws this game.
No cap, no.
Back my hat.
Nice shot. Oh, you all right here?
It's a crazy looking scoreboard.
Sure is. I like to screenshot funny scoreboards when I see them on Curling Zone.
Blank in the 3rd.
On its own, I think.
Big end in the 7th.
Unless you think you can bring it in.
And they were just good on time to get the 8th end started.
If they hadn't, would they have gone to an extra end?
Yeah.
It in the 7th. To go out of time, you have to go to an extra, right?
Or Skips Rocks.
What would the rule be?
I think they went with Skips Rocks on this one. I like doing no time clock on the finals. I think sometimes in this type of event when you have one time clock for 2 teams.
Yeah, I agree. You should never have one time clock for 2 teams, but especially in a final, it can be a problem.
Hard!
And there's no events, and there's no games after, so it's like
Watch it, just a
kind of okay, right?
Yeah.
I won a final one time on time clock by seconds, and the other team was. I mean, they technically were wrong, but they did actually run out of time, but they were so upset.
I'm a big fan of if you blank the extra end, you lose. If you have hammer and you blank the extra end, you lose.
That doesn't happen too often.
No.
But if it, yeah, but it's yeah.
Puts pressure on you if you got a hit and stick.
Sure it does, yeah. Or if you're hitting a stone around a guard, you roll
Yeah.
out, like that's
Especially in an event like this, you are playing for a nice prize, a nice travel mug. Posted the picture on our Triangle Facebook page.
and Dragon, right?
But you're not
Fine.
playing for something with a comma in it.
No.
Talking the big bucks when you have a comma in your prize money.
Right here, Mark. Up here's okay too.
Wait there. Looks heavy.
All there.
Get ready. Yeah! Hard! Hard! Hard!
Mark cleaning a stone.
Hard! All the way. All the way. All the way. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Mark's a lefty, been curling for 4 years. I have a fair amount of lefties down here at Triangle.
Where's the weight? Line.
Derek always thinks there should be more left-handed people, of course.
Whoa. It's fine.
Might be tea.
My mom was a lefty curler. Ah, great people.
Ooh, that's more than I thought.
One of my dreams is to go to the lefty championship.
Oh,
I don't know why. I
up
haven't
in
done it.
Oakville, right?
Yeah. Go with John Landsteiner, Chris Bond, and Jake Vukic, all lefties.
There you go.
Be fun.
Makes deciding where you sit at the dinner table easier when you're all
does,
lefties.
yeah.
Okay, roll ours, please. Thank you.
Avoid the Murphy's Law there for.
Lots of woes out there on the ice as he almost picked the back one off.
All the way.
Murray's calling for a 2-guard.
Hard. Hard. Drag it.
Trying to get some guards set up so he can then bury one and steal this end
This
and
is what
win.
Steven Dropkin likes to call a suicide steal. It's either you steal or you die.
That was your brother, not me.
Team Jackson decided to wear green t-shirts today. Not sure what's going on with that.
They pretty much need this over.
Yeah. Kathy laughing as she sweeps.
Well done.
And she says, woo. I always thank your sweepers. Well done, Mark.
Ian, no hesitation, up for the peel.
Put it back.
Yeah.
Less experienced skips might see this as an opportunity to sit 3.
Sean makes the peel easily. He's been curling for 5 years.
Looks heavy.
The guards are evil. If you're trying to score with hammer. And he doesn't need 3. He doesn't even need 2. All he needs is 1.
Doesn't need a heck of a lot of help.
So you peel.
Murray's asking for the 2-guard again. Which is a medium-high guard. Start the numbering at 1 just across the hog line and go back to 10 at the back line.
The first Bonspiel here in the Triangle Curling Club with the new warm room.
It's beautiful.
So nice. A lot of work went into it.
Granite countertops, cherry cabinets, open floor plan.
You know
for
what-
your HGTV fans out there.
That's right. It looks a lot like a IKEA.
Yeah,
IKEA
yeah.
showroom. It's really beautiful.
We had cubicle walls for a while. I highly recommend if you're building a club to actually go with the cubicle walls.
Very
You can,
functional.
and then you can decide what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, you move them around and get some. Yeah, it's nice to have that period of test.
We we went with a more open plan after having the cubicle walls.
It's nice. There's no wall between the bar and the kitchen, so you can look right from the front door right into the kitchen and basically see everything and everyone. And a lot of clubs have closed kitchens.
Yes. So if you're volunteering, you could still be part of the fun and see what's. I like it if you're in the kitchen because you can see when the games are going to end, when you need to get snacks out,
Absolutely.
when you need to serve dinner.
Yeah! Hard!
See all the TVs.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Hard!
No.
I could stay at home and cook.
Roll ours.
Rather come here and cook and watch curling.
So those that second guard coming a little deep allowed the double attempt. Both guards are gone, but yellow is now shot.
Janine wipes her brow. Everyone's laughing at me.
Three guard. Same way.
Yeah!
Ian is thinking he's going to draw to the 4 foot. He's got to be. That's.
Didn't have much on that last one.
He's got to have that shot. He wants it. Should have the opportunity. You give yourself a shot to the 4 foot to win. And I hope you make it. If you don't, well, you at least gave yourself the shot. So that's half the battle. Nice shot to get rid of those guards.
Murray's asking how deep it is.
Just over.
Mark says 3-2. Murray's saying just over. They're keeping it clean. Nice shot from Kathy. A little deeper, a lot deeper than Murray wanted it. But it works.
Double's still difficult.
Yeah. Didn't want it any deeper. Just need one.
So if Ian straight peels, Murray can guard again. Eventually he's going to want to go top 4. So the nose hit is not shot, but it makes the draw harder because there's a stone in the way of the 4
yes.
foot. That's on Murray's last, assuming that yellow doesn't move in the back of the 8 foot there.
Janine's rocks away. She's been curling for 7 years. Looks like she's just going to get the top one. Just.
Make contact.
Jams on her back, red one. Murray sweeps it for backing. And to get it further out of play.
Right. Not ideal, but the center is open, as Trevor pointed out, so that's good. As Andrew pointed out, the center is open.
Front end doing a good job of cleaning the slide path there.
I always think it's funny that I do the same thing, but I always think it's funny that they do it only on the last rocks, as if they're like more important than the others. Right?
Yes.
I mean they are, but like people make a big to-do about cleaning the ice for like a draw for the win or something.
Right.
But everything else,
every stone matters.
It sure does.
Sometimes you have a little bit more time to do it when it skips rocks, because as you can see, Murray and Kathy are thinking. Time clock's no longer in play, so they can take their sweet time finishing this end. We're up to 31 viewers.
Oh wow.
High point for the weekend.
That's a lot of viewers.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
I'm nervous now. One time I commentated for one of Abby's games. National. Stephen Dropkin and I were commentating, and Abby was playing with my girlfriend, and Emily was playing with his girlfriend. It was fun. And Abby's dad walked up behind us, and I looked up and said, "Oh, Abby is playing very well today."
They're keeping it clean.
Always a good idea late in the game.
Yes. We've had a few new curlers out here without regular curling shoes. Street shoes, but with grippers on them. Ice has been a little bit dirtier than at a tournament where everybody has their own shoes and very aware of keeping the ice clean, not bringing debris out with them. All volunteer club here at the Triangle in Durham, North Carolina. Yeah, Matt did a great job. Matt moved down here from Washington, D.C. area last year. Just decided he could live anywhere and thought this would be a good area, and we had dedicated curling.
Yeah, he works from home. He pretty much chooses location.
Yes. Had enough of the D.C. traffic. Very, very. The Parker rink was commenting up they've never seen ice prep done so quickly.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I thought they were going to comment that the ice was fast, because it does seem pretty keen.
When they said quickly, I thought quick. So, force Murray to play into the house. He can't guard, right? Because
Right.
so guarantees that there won't be a guard in the way of whatever he is to do next. So a really nice result there. He could hit it and it would go away.
He's icing for the hit. He's icing for the hit.
Yeah, he could hit it. If he hits it, there's no guard. But it's still a good result. Freeze.
He said nice control.
I don't know if freeze is a better call here. I don't know. I think it is actually.
Yeah, I don't think he trusts the ice and the...
Remember this spot.
They're talking about what ice, if that's the right ice. Kathy goes, I remember this spot.
You give the nose hit back.
Yes.
You freeze, you make him draw or try the hit. But the freeze, if you miss the freeze, obviously, it's over. So you gotta throw what you're comfortable with. If he makes the hit, then he makes Ian throw his last.
Derek, I don't know if your mic's in all the way.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Can you hear me at all, or?
Hard!
Okay, I'm saying
I think Murray's got it.
meaningless stuff. Well, that gets rid of the takedown. That makes
That's
him draw.
not bad at all.
Nice result, yeah.
Nice result.
Is that better?
No backing for Ian.
Says let go. I got this.
I was here.
I was thinking it says
I don't want to be too far out.
Right.
Still not working? Okay, yeah, I was too far away from my mic. I can't get this right. Thanks, Cliff.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a nice result, because if you hit nose, then you give the nose hit back. Here, he has to throw the draw.
It looked like it overcurled on him. I don't know if he wanted to nose hit it or go for the nose hit, and if it overcurls a bit, you get that excellent result.
I think that was a better result than nose, yeah.
Last rock of the game.
Let it go then. I'm not touching it. No.
Sean's saying it's exactly the same as his other draw.
For the A event final win
She
right
says
here.
don't touch it. It looks heavy. Looks heavy. Janine's asking it to sit down.
kick it. Is that what that helps?
And we're got a field goal. Ouch.
I mean, through the back.
Ouch,
What a
ouch,
game. Wow.
ouch.
That goes you to show you should never give up.
No, absolutely.
Last stand, I get it.
Earlier in the game, I said Murray needed to go find his socks. He pulled them up, kept them up, stole a big end in the 7th, tied it up. One coming home without.
A repeat champion of the over-under.
Yeah.
Just Murray Jackson, whole new rink with him this year.
So, Sue, does the skip make the team? Makes you wonder. Well, very entertaining curl.
Murray also chose an excellent rink
for sure,
to curl
for
with
sure,
him.
for sure, absolutely. Kathy and Mark and Christina are no slouches.
They're exhausted, taking their time coming off the ice. Oh, man, does it smell good in here.
I don't smell anything. What's it smell like?
There's light on that one.
They were doing quesadillas in the oven earlier.
Got a lot of food here at the club. That is one thing we do well.
And great job of the uber local beer and ciders. Brewed about 8 miles from us.
Oh yeah, uber local. That's right. The new draft system. That's the rule.
All right. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Got some team pictures going on out there on the ice. Come on down to Triangle. We host this Spiel in end of September, then mixed doubles beginning in November, and then our big 32-team Carolina Classic the third weekend of April.
And we're hosting the USWCA Nationals as well, which is exciting.
In February, I believe it starts February 13th. Thanks for the great commentary. Oh, you're welcome, Kate.
Thanks for watching. Hope we weren't too annoying or say anything you already knew, or hope we gave some interesting things to think about, and hope to see you again on the Triangle Curling webcam.
We it's always on. It's, you can always find us on the YouTube, even our regular league games.
Even
whether
Tuesday
you
nights, yeah, and Wednesday, all the league games. We
no
have 2 draws pretty
commentating,
much every
but
night. Yeah. Sometimes for the finals they will.
yes. All right. Good
Thank you
afternoon,
again.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks.